Good day, open hearts, and thank you for being here at Ixchel Energy. This is our second video on Ixchel Terminology series. Today we're going to talk about personality, ego, and authentic self. Personality is just a collection of stories that we carry, the belief systems in our luggage. It's all the roles that we play in our families and communities. It's what we put out to the world, the face that we wear when we walk out of our house. It's what happens when we have spent a lifetime of molding and covering the authentic self. The ego. The ego is part of the personality. The ego is a defense mechanism of the personality. So the ego defends the personality. If we're defending, it's because we are afraid of something. We're feeling victimized, we're feeling attacked. So the ego defends the personality when we feel vulnerable. Like feeling vulnerable is a bad thing. It's not. We need to feel comfortable with vulnerability. But that's for another video. Authentic self. Authentic self is our divine nature, our essence, the fire we carry in us from the Creator, the light that lives inside our physical bodies. This one usually is all covered up by many layers of personality and fragmentation. Our communities are really not set up to nurture our authentic self, but instead, sometimes with good intentions, the adults around us, parents, churches, schools, communities, they think that they need to mold the child into something, like it was this piece of clay that they had and it was nothing already. They need to create something with it and mold it. We are born as pure extensions of Source. So ideally, our communities, our parents, our families should be there to support us. We should be allowed to flourish like little florecitas, little flowers opening up, and our families, our communities supporting us along the way in our individual sacred path and our collective sacred path. But we already know this usually doesn't happen. The first trauma gives us our first fragmentation, and we start moving away from what our authentic self really is. By the time we are adults, our personalities and our authentic self really don't match. The more distance is between these two, the more pain we feel in our lives. The good thing is that our essence, our higher self, the fire of Creator that we all carry, it's always there trying to nudge us back, to get our attention, so we can go back in resonance with what we really are, with our divine nature. Thank you for coming with open hearts. Thank you for coming with open minds. Please visit our website, ixchelenergy.com. Remember, we are the angels. Divine blessings. Namaste. Okay. I'm going to do one more of authentic self and be done. Infinite love and gratitude. Okay. Authentic self. Our divine nature, our essence, the fire we carry within us is from Creator. The light that lives inside our bodies. This is usually all covered up by personality, layers, and fragmentation. Our communities are really not set up to nurture our authentic self, but instead, sometimes with good intentions, the adults around us, like family members, communities, school and churches, neighbors, they think that they need to mold us into something, like we were some kind of clay clump there. There was nothing, and they need to create from, mold into something. We are born as pure extension of Source. So ideally, we should be allowed to flourish like little florecitas. like little flowers, and just open up. And our families and communities supporting us along our path, just encouraging us to open up and see our essence coming and flourishing along the way. With all the adults around us supporting our sacred path and our collective path. But we already know this usually doesn't happen. The first trauma comes when the first fragmentation comes with the first trauma. So it's a split right there. So by the time we are adults, the personality is here and the authentic self is here. By the time we are adults, they don't match anymore. There's so much fragmentation, so much trauma, that they have separated so much that the more space is between them, personality and authentic self, the more pain we feel when we walk our path, because we can't reconcile these two. We need the personality that we carry throughout the day, and we have our authentic self, which is the always love, heart essence that we carry with us, and they don't match. That's the pain we feel. The good thing is that the essence, the higher self, our angel, is always there. It doesn't go away. It's with us forever and ever and through eternity. And it's always trying to remind us, to bring us back into resonance with the divine nature that we are. Thank you for coming with open hearts and with open minds. Thank you for visiting our website, ixchelenergy.com. Thank you for thumbs up, sharing and subscribing. Remember, we are the angels. Divine blessings. Namaste.